Welcome to the Speak Uneasy, a safe space where cancel culture does not exist because we are in a different prohibition era.
You're very exceptionary. No dictionary can define what's genuinely indescribable. Very exceptionary. No ordinary phrase can capture you. Now some might say that you're tremendous. You are so much more stupendous, so magnificent, so magnanimous. If we voted, it'd be unanimous. Very exceptionary. This temporary phrase we'll have to do. It's true for my very exceptionary you. Exceptionary. No dictionary can define what's genuinely indescribable. Very exceptionary, no ordinary phrase can capture you. Now some might say that you're tremendous, you are so much more stupendous, so magnificent, so magnanimous. If we voted, it'd be unanimous. Very exceptionary. This temporary phrase we'll have to do, it's true, for my very exceptionary. For my very exceptionary you.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Speak Uneasy with your host, the bartender. Welcome to another episode of This Is News. So tonight's random read is going to come off of the book of John, chapter 17, verses 1 through 5, Jesus' prayer for himself. These words spake Jesus, and lifted up his eyes to heaven, and said, Father, the hour is come, glorify thy Son, that thy Son also may glorify thee, as thou hast given him power over all flesh, that he should give eternal life to as many as thou hast given him. And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. Once again, this random read comes from the book of John, chapter 17, verses 1 through 5, Jesus' prayer for himself. Cool. All right, so I haven't been making any cocktails lately, and I've been lazy. I'm not going to lie. I've been kind of lazy making cocktails, but tonight I'm not going to make a cocktail. I know I kind of let it off thinking I was going to make one, but no. But I do have here, I did acquire this bottle called Corsair Wildfire, which is American whiskey. And I believe this distillery is out of Tennessee. It's called Corsair Wildfire. It's American whiskey. So I found this little article on a description on Corsair. So let me go ahead and share that with everybody out there first before we get into the show. Give me a minute here. I want to make sure that everything is aligned here good. Whoop. We'll go here first. All right. So this article comes from Whiskey Wash. And it's entitled Whiskey Review for Corsair Wildfire American Malt Whiskey. This was published back in January 11th of 2018. If there's one thing you can count on from Corsair Artisan, it's that they won't stop looking for new ways to distill liquor, particularly whiskey. Since its founders and Nashville natives, Derek Bell and Andrew Weber, turned from home brewing to distilling about 10 years ago, the Tennessee and Kentucky-based distiller has earned acclaim for its whiskey, but also the types of grain used to make it. We've previously reviewed their Granic 9 grain bourbon, triple smoke malt whiskey, quinoa whiskey, Rymageddon, and that brings us to Wildfire, Corsair malt whiskey distilled from hickory smoked barley. Added to their product line in 2015, Wildfire makes the first of Corsair whiskey made grain to glass completely in the house, using barley that was grown, malted, and smoked at a Corsair-owned farm in rural Tennessee. Man, you guys in Tennessee who are out there, man, you get to visit this micro distiller. They make cool stuff, man. Corsair for this whiskey notes that 100% of the barley is hickory smoked and that the final product is bottled at 100 proof. And yes, it is 100 proof because it says here in the bottle that I have. The tasting notes Vital stats: mash of 100% hickory smoked barley, pot distilled with no age statement, bottled at 50% ABV, and sold for just over $50 per 750 milliliter bottle. Appearance on the darker side of whiskey with a reddish copper hue. It's exactly how it's described. Before I even let me pour this into my glass before we even get to the nose. So I'm going to pour this in my glass first and see if it coincides with what it says. Starts off smoky from the get-go. Yes, there is a heavy hint of smoke on that. Perhaps unsurprisingly, but with a sweeter and brighter bouquet of scents that includes butterscotch, caramel, oak, and hint of flowers. Okay. Caramel I get. Oak for sure I get. Butterscotch, yes. And of course, yeah, the hint of flower. No, that's perfect. The way they could describe it was perfect on the nose. That eventually develops into more of a barbecue sauce flavor. Yes, that's a perfect description of this. Sweet like molasses with tangy notes of vinegar, garlic, and smoke. But I my nose is leaning more towards the actual butterscotch, caramel, oak, and hint of flowers. On the palate, the first sip makes its way into the tongue like an earthly mellow vanilla for the first couple seconds that grows earthier and spicier as notes of clove and pepper, along with a hint of tangy vinegar, develop and grow in potency as the sip remains on the tongue, mildly stinging the tongue. Swallowing briefly strips the spicy flavor away, leaving a sweet, cooked molasses flavor on the tongue, again with a touch of vinegar. The spicy flavors eventually build back up to tingle throughout the mouth and fade again to leave a smoky, sugary residue on the tongue. Well, let's give it a try. Here's to Corsair, and here's to everybody who's here at the bar. I see a lot of activity on the chat. Cheers to you guys. Man. Okay, definitely that barbecue hint that they were saying. Yes, but it's sweet. It's sweet. This is like having a Texas barbecue whiskey. I don't know. That's basically what it is. It is sweet. I get more of the earthy than the vanillas. The pepper, yes. The tangy vinegar, yes. But honestly, I don't really get that vanilla at all. At all, I don't. Well, that's the article right there. And that is the drink that I'm drinking today. I'm having it neat with no ice, nothing mixed on it, and that's about it. So, anyhow, let's go ahead and introduce my co-host for tonight's show, Mr. C. Are you there, sir?
Well, generally, I am somewhere, sir. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing fine and dandy, man. I've been so busy with the outside stuff from the show. Today, we were able to get a booking for August. We were able to get a booking for August this month on the 20th, I believe, somewhere around there.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm trying to hustle a booking for this Friday too, man. I'm really trying to freaking get this month full, but for some odd reason, everything seems to be booking up like towards the end of the year, because October and November is looking pretty busy, and also into next year, which is kind of weird. It's kind of strange to me.
Like how so?
What do you mean, how so?
Like, how is it strange?
Okay. We all know what's going on around the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
And your show kind of touched on it a little bit with that crazy interview that I saw where they were talking about the economy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was pissing off everyone tonight.
Yeah. I was watching. People didn't see me in the chat, but I was watching. Anyhow.
He was incognito, ladies and gentlemen.
I am. But you know, I just find it kind of like, we know that it's like things are going to be unaffordable. We know things are. It's just looking that way. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm just being cautious of what I'm seeing coming.
Right.
I think I just watched an interview with what's his name? Federal Reserve guy. What's his name?
Ben Bernanke. No.
No.
That was
The other guy with the gray hair, with the glasses.
Tim Geithner.
No. The head of the Federal Reserve. What's his face?
Janet Yellen.
No, not the Treasury. The Federal Reserve, the one
Well,
that
she was the head of the Federal Reserve for a point. Powell.
Yes, that guy, Powell.
I knew I'd get it right eventually.
Anyhow, like he was saying that no, we're not in a recession. I'm like, dude, is this what they do? They just lie? They just lie and continue to lie. And his body language with the questions were it wasn't jiving with what he was saying. Like he didn't sound confident about what he said because his body looked the opposite.
Yeah, I think it's probably, and this is just, my amateur assessment speak, but maybe it's because they're used to lying and getting away with it. And maybe they realize that everyone sees right through them. I don't know.
This is what they do,
I mean,
man.
that probably did not move your story forward at all, but.
Well, okay. So, no. Okay. So what I'm saying is that because let's face it, man, this is darn close to a depression, dude. We're down close to a depression.
Yeah.
We're at a borderline of depression. Let's call it for what it is, right?
Absolutely.
And I think, the gas prices has gone down a little bit, but I think it's going to
20% in the last month.
According
Can we at least agree on that?
See what I was saying at the screen when I was watching it was like, why don't you ask him to clarify the question? So it pinpoints his question so you can give your pinpoint. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is that people are booking their things later, but not realizing that, is it really going to happen? Like, is their event actually going to happen? Because they have to pay for look, I'm just a little percentage thing of what they have to pay for. And they usually cut the budgets for DJs, and they spend more money in the cakes and the flowers,
right?
And the venues and the dress. And I'm thinking, okay, so if you guys are booking your stuff now and for later, like, I don't know if you guys are really gonna follow through with.
Well, don't tell them that. Just make sure they pay you up front.
No. That's why I have to have them put a 25% non-refundable down.
Yeah,
I do. So, I mean, unless it's my fault where I won't be able to make it, then it's fair enough for me to give them their refund. But if it's on their end, it's like, nah, dude, you signed this contract, dude. So,
yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just kind of curious as to how this is going to pan out when their events come around.
I guess you could say that at least there's still good consumer confidence, or just a total lack of information.
I think it's the second thing.
Yeah, it probably is a lack of information for sure. But yeah, we are in a depression, or maybe it's the people who live above the median average of income who are booking these events.
They're no, it's not, because I can tell just by their budget. No, yeah, and I'm having to drop my prices down, and dude, I've been DJing for more than 30 years. And I'm not saying I'm a badass DJ, but I sure do know how to read a crowd, and I sure do know how to give a crowd what they want. And that's not something that everybody can pick up. You know what I mean? If you're if you're engaging with a crowd as a DJ, man, you got to keep that. You got to keep it there. Because once one person starts to leave, then another person starts to leave, then you just kind of messed up your whole set after that. And it's hard to recover from the messed up set.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm just curious about
the DJ, as Morrison said. Hang the DJ.
I'm just curious about how it's going to pan out next year anyhow. Let me greet everybody here in the chats, man. I did not realize.
Hi, everybody.
I did not realize all these people were here. Casual GG's here tonight.
They're waiting to be served.
Kiss Subpack. I know I'm busy. Subpack Vet. Thank you so much for the shades, I believe. Thank you for gifting the shades. Java is in there. Hey, brother. Dude, we definitely gotta Java, we gotta hook up, bro. Because
I know you guys live so much closer to each
dude,
other than I do.
We have to, because we've been taught we were throwing this whole idea thing about music, and I have just been so into since I got my standalone music producing thing, man, I've been so in tune with like just making beats. So I definitely got to touch bases with him, because he and I have been talking about it for like a while already.
Java is multi-talented musician.
So I definitely have to reach out to Java. Veronique is there tonight. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. WC Crane Up, my brother. What's going on?
Crane Up.
Thank you for being here tonight again, my friend. Let me see who else is there. I think I've greeted everybody out there. Yeah, I think I have. Cool. Well, I'm really glad to see the usual people, man. I really am glad to see you guys. Kiss, thank you so much for dropping all those links as well. Thank you for always helping the bar out. Cool. So I know you had a freaking long show. You had, what, 2 shows today?
Wednesdays are my heavy days.
Ooh.
What can I say? Wednesdays are my heavy days.
I'm
Since
sorry.
They're not my hump days. They're my heavy days. Got to keep myself busy somehow, you know?
Well, you are you're humping. You definitely are humping on Wednesdays.
I'm humping something, right? Yeah, no, today was a crazy day, and usually I don't like to run the show so close together. Like I'll give myself a bit of a gap, but the information was just so riveting, and I was having a really good time with everyone that was in the audience and stuff. All of the lovelies out there, and but really it was the information. And I might have miscalculated or overshot on the timing of one of the videos. And I even cut one short, which is the one that was annoying everyone, because that one went on for at least 10 more minutes. So
Man.
Yeah, that was
dude,
that was a terrible.
I wanted to take my laptop, bro. I wanted to take my laptop and throw it across the room, but I said to myself, it's not worth it because I need my laptop.
Exactly. You see, what that was a test of everyone's endurance. I don't know. Man. Patience.
Dude, that kind of validates what I think about the young people, man. The way he was questioning.
Yeah, the young people. I would put it more into like the progressive hard left Bernie bros.
Yeah, but they're, because
not all the young people are like that, though.
Well, majority
you
are.
You can't blanket all of that.
You're starting
to sound like an old person. You know that,
hey,
right?
Well, I ain't young. I'm not young. I mean, I may be
starting to sound old. Them young whippersnappers, they're all the same. They all do the same crap and think the same.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Made famous by Clint Eastwood in one of my favorite movies, Gran Torino.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Well, there you go, sir.
All right, so let's go ahead and start off with this, man. Brace yourselves, everybody, because this first article is going to get you in the eyes.
Brace yourself.
I'm going to tell you right now, this first article is going to get to your eyes, people. So let me screen share it with you first, bro.
If you guys thought the Dave Manpacker thing was bad. No, just kidding. Oh my God.
All right, here we go.
Oh Lord, I haven't even drank for this. They're just kidding.
Boom!
Bam! It's a man.
No, and that is a true statement because it is a man.
It is a man. What the heck is going on with this world? I feel like he belongs as a character in like The Fifth Element or something like that.
And if you look close enough, he looks like Matt Damon.
Matt Damon in The Fifth Element, right? Or maybe in Hunger Games or something, or I don't know, maybe at a really bad, seedy $2 drag show where they don't even have the money to afford wigs. Let alone a razor blade to shave. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Is the article even showing?
I see it. Yeah.
There it is. Okay. It just populated kind of late on my end right here.
Java said eye AIDS.
Monkeypox, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, man, the monkeypox in the gay community. This is crazy, y'all. It's crazy, y'all. I don't know
is.
what the gays are thinking, but they're still out there whoring around.
Oh
Okay,
man.
so this article is from the National Pulse. Actually, Two Rivers showed me this article, and I told him
Did?
that he did, and I told him that I was going to borrow it for this episode tonight. So if you're not in the audience, Two Rivers, well, thank you so much, sir, for showing me this. I was like, "Is this real?" I was like, "I don't think the National Pulse is like a Babylon B type of rag."
I've never even heard of this. I mean, not that I look at a lot of news. I mean, that's what you do because you do a lot of research on news. I don't know. I've never heard of
I
this.
just, I'm nosy. Anyways, so so it says here, EXC, Biden's Energy Department drag queen, gets top secret Q clearance. Now that's what made me think that this was like a parody, but National Pulse is not.
No,
a
there is a
parody.
Q. There is a Q clearance. That's like the highest.
No,
clearance
I know there's a Q clearance, but why would he get the Q clearance? Yeah, I mean,
What do you think? What do you think the Q stands for?
queer clearance or queen clearance. I am so stupid. Oh my God, Subpack Vet, I am such a big Stargate fan. Anyways, okay, so oh no, it looks like my foxhole just
Oh
went
no!
down. Let me refresh.
Wait, hold on.
Because I'm monitoring it.
Wait, because
no, but that doesn't mean they all went. That doesn't mean they all went down.
Dude, I'm getting
it just
like
means
bad.
That mine went down.
I'm getting like bad right now. Are you still there?
Oh, we'll wait till we see what the audience. Yeah, I'm still here. Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm
can
here.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, mine is back.
Yes. Yeah,
right, cool.
it's jumping all over the place with the juice on my end.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like on your
OBS. On the OBS, the juice is jumping around, man.
The juice is jumping.
It looks like it's good now. It looks like it's more stable now. Yeah, we're stable. Yeah, it's
excellent.
Stable.
All right, well, let's go while we got the getting. Okay, so I didn't get that Q clearance might have meant queen or queer. So I'm pretty dense. I'm pretty dense. Anyways, I'm pretty dense. Okay, so the article says a high-level hire at the Department of Energy's Office of Nuclear Energy, who's passed as a drag queen and defender of underage gay prostitution gay prostitution sites has stirred controversy, is earning a salary in the top 1% of all government employees, according to documents obtained exclusively by the National Pulse. So this is Freedom of Information Act stuff, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Right, ready? A Freedom of Information Act request filed by the National Pulse reveals I don't want to give it a name. Anyways, reveals that this drag queen queer nuclear person, taxpayer funded salary, he has a taxpayer.
Dang,
oh wait,
look at that! Look at how much he makes a year, bro.
6 figures, dude. $178,063.
Wow, look at that, man.
Yeah, he can buy a lot of drugs with that to go to his monkeypox spreading parties. Anyhow, placing him amongst the top 1% of other federal salaries. He probably makes more than Victoria Milley. Anyhow, it is also around 5 times the national median individual income. That's pretty crazy. This thing who received his job offer in allegedly strange circumstances, did they find him under the desk or what?
He's got a lot of bumps in the back of his head.
Yeah, he's probably a really good poll worker.
There's a reason why he's bald.
Uh-huh. I can't imagine why, but I don't know. I mean, scalping could be the next trend in gay sex. Anyhow.
Oh, I mean, I'm just saying, maybe somebody must have grabbed his hair and just...
I'm usually really behind on the trend, but, to support your theory, Speak, a lot of them are into really rough stuff. Anyhow. So it says this guy who received his job offer in allegedly strange circumstances in January 2022 will also enjoy the top secret queer clearance level in the Department of Energy. The designation top secret is applied to information, the unauthorized disclosure of which reasonably could be expected to cause exceptionally grave damage to the national security. To which I would say the national security of who, ladies and gentlemen? Java says they found him at a bathhouse. Oh, yeah. They closed the one in Austin and in San Antonio. Anyways, it's a good thing because of monkeypox, right? You know,
Yep.
I find it absolutely ignorant that these gay people were chastising anyone who was participating in social apps that, make it easier to meet up with individuals for certain types of activities. And yet, when it comes to monkeypox, they are still out there just, balls out. Anyways,
Yeah. Literally speaking.
I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm not going to read this letter that he got saying
Okay.
you get Q clearance. It says here, oh, I guess that's more. Okay, I should skip over that. Is that him? You see what happens
No, it's,
whenever
I don't think so. It's a commercial, I think.
you see what poppers do to you? No, just kidding.
There you go.
The DOE uses its own terminology to classify security clearances, describing the Q level clearance as similar to what is completed by other agencies for a top secret national security information access clearance. Access to secret restricted data requires a Q access authorization, the agency continues.
Hmm.
The initial job description for this individual's post described the position security level as critical, sensitive, high risk. The Office of Personnel Management describes what this classification entails. Potential exists to bring about a material adverse effect on the national security, causing exceptionally grave damage. Any position receiving a position sensitivity designation of CS shall automatically carry with that designation, without further agency action, a high risk designation. This thing's personal posts have also revealed the gravity of his appointment. Sharing on Twitter on June 29th, I lead a staff of hundreds and a budget of millions, with a nuclear waste fund I'm responsible for at over $45 billion. As the leader of the office overseeing the management of the nation's spent nuclear fuel.
Nuclear waste, huh?
So did this guy go to school or something or what? Because it don't look like it.
No.
Yeah.
He did. You know how he got through.
All we have to do is think about Nina Jankowicz, and he got the job probably just like this one did. The revelations follow the National Pulse expose of appointee Samuel. Oh, I said I wouldn't say its name. Anyways, well, Samuel, Samantha, whatever. Anyways, okay, so this appointee's past as a drag queen, an LGBTQ plus activist who has lectured on kink at college campus. Really? I wonder what kind of kink he was lecturing on. And participated in interviews about fetish roleplay.
He was probably giving demonstrations, dude.
Well, I mean, was this at like UC Berkeley or what?
I don't know. Maybe a wet lab or something. I don't know, man.
Ew. Well, it's better than a dry lab, sir.
I guess that's the end of it.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this article was very non-essential, and I just wanted you guys to see his face.
Look at that. Take a screenshot
Look at
of
that
it.
thing.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at her. What is wrong with it? It looks like, I don't know. It looks like a possessed UFO has overtaken a shorned Matt Damon, who is starring on a very bad episode of RuPaul's Drag Race that they filmed in the basement of, Adam Schiff.
Oh, man. Matt Damon, man. What happened to you?
You used to be beautiful.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay. So that's one article down. Now,
Short and sweet, sir.
this next article that I have, this one I had to do. I just had to. I had to pick this one. I really like. I mean, this story's gone. It's gone popular. It's gone really popular, and part of the reason why I picked it too is because I used to live in a city close to this actual city of where the story happened.
Oh,
So let me
intriguing.
let me put the screen share up for you. I really like this story, man. You seen that one?
No, sir.
Okay. All right.
Norco. I had a friend who actually wrote a poem based on. She was very quite. Wait, Norco. Norco is the drug maker, right?
No. Well, Norco is a drug. Norco is a
Drug manufacturer.
No. It's a painkiller. Norco is actually a painkiller. Yeah. It's like a step above Vicodin. It's like a step above. It's like a step above Vicodin.
Oh, I had a friend that was very attracted to that drug. Java said, looking at that thing is like Ronald McDonald and the Coneheads had a love child. Oh, I told you I was going to share that article, Two Rivers.
you know that one part in Billy Madison when he was calling up that one.
I don't like Adam Sandler.
Well, I'm just saying that one part where
I mean, I've never seen the movie. Sorry.
What? You never seen Billy Madison? Anyhow,
I don't watch Adam Sandler movies. Since Waterboy.
What's his name? There was this one part where he called this one dude up and said, I'm sorry for like picking on you in high school. And man, what's the name of that guy's name? The actor.
Disco Ball Chaser would know.
And he puts on lipstick and he crosses his name out of a list that he's trying to kill. Trying to get revenge for for picking on him in high school. I forgot. Never mind.
Kind of reminds me of Death Becomes Her.
Never seen that one.
Oh well. We are worlds apart, sir. We are worlds apart. Okay.
Let's get to this one. So this one was by foxla.com. I used to live in a city close by Norco, not neighboring city, but very dang close to this city.
Wait, so is Norco the name of the city also?
Norco is the name of the city.
Oh.
Norco is actually called North Corona, but it because Corona is an actual city out there too. But it used to be Northern Corona, but then incorporated itself as its own city, which is now called Norco.
So they gentrified.
I don't know what that means, but okay, yeah.
You know, whenever you have like a part of town and all of a sudden it's called like SoFlo or like SoCo in Austin, South Congress, it's gentrified.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
when
what
the rich people come in and they change the name and they kick out all the homeless people and colored people.
And you know this this city is very this city is very Republican. I would say they're very. These people are country. Like it's It's a horse. It's a horse city, you know. They're very conservative people in this city. But let me read the article. I don't want to give you guys the story here, but awesome. I know a lot of pro-gun people are gonna love this story, especially if you're in California.
He shot my arm.
Oh, so you did see the video on this?
Well, I hadn't seen the video, but there are headlines everywhere where Robert says he shot my arm off.
He sounded like a little bitch too. Okay, so
I haven't seen the video. Go for it.
The article reads, pretty badass old man. Norco rallies behind 80-year-old store owner who shot robber. Man, big props to this guy, man. And he didn't flinch, bro. Like once he saw the threat, he just pointed and shot, dude.
Awesome. For everyone who thinks that Californians don't like guns, this is a good story for you.
Yes. No, you'd be surprised. There are a lot of people out there, you know, who are conservative, but it's just too bad it's just too bad that a lot of the liberalism covers it, you know. And a lot of conservative, especially like in cities like this, they're not really that outspoken. They're really not. But if you talk to them like one-on-one, you know that they're very conservative.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Norco, California, the elderly store owner in Norco who is going viral after video shows him shooting a would-be robber. What do you mean would-be? The guy came in with a freaking rifle, dude.
Well, he was unsuccessful.
He came in with. Why would they call him a would-be robber?
Because he
tried.
couldn't be a robber because he didn't get away with it.
I mean, if you look at it that way, yeah, I guess
It's a
you could say that.
technicality, yeah.
Is being praised by the community for taking action and standing up against the criminals. It was a shooting the bad guys never saw coming. And if you've seen the video to this, man, the dude was like a complete bitch. He gets shot in the arm, and then he tells his, because there were like 3 of them. There was actually 2 guys that were supposed to go in and rob the place, and there was a getaway driver. And man, the guy who got shot in the arm starts running out of the store saying, "He shot my arm. He shot." He sounded like a little bitch, you know. He didn't sound so tough after getting that. Authorities said that at 2:45 a.m. on Sunday, 4 male suspects in a black BMW SUV. Geez, of all vehicles you could have used, you used a freaking something that could be spotted real quick. Attempted to rob Norco Market and Liquor located in the 2800 block of Clark Avenue, and I know exactly where that place is. As the suspect ran out of the store, surveillance video from outside the establishment showed a second suspect inside the black SUV exiting the vehicle, also armed, on their way back to the getaway car. The suspect is heard shouting, "He shot my arm off! He shot my arm!" He said it multiple times like a little bitch.
Did he really shoot his arm off?
No, he still had his arm. He just
What an idiot.
He probably got his. I don't know what the injury is, where exactly he got shot, but it could have been like a good
But
chunk
he
of.
did say he shot my arm off.
Well, it could be a big part of his arm flesh is off.
It's okay. I'll watch it right now.
Oh, I'm not. yeah. You watch it on your end. I can't do it on my end because with the other platforms.
Wait. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
The store owner later identified as Craig Cope. Man, if you guys live out there or in San Bernardino County, please visit this man, dude, and support his store. Especially if you're gonna get some Corsair Wildfire. I'm just saying.
That dude, he's a quick draw, dude. He's a quick draw.
Yep, he is. Well, no. There's. I'll tell you. I'll let me read this, and you'll know why he was fast. The store owner, later identified as Craig Cope, suffered a heart attack shortly after the incident, which is understandable because he's 80 years old, dude, and adrenaline was pumped up. He has since been released from the hospital and is recovering. He shot my arm off. Elderly store owner opens fire on would-be robber in Norco. Customers of this longtime Norco business have a lot to say about this armed robbery that ends with a good guy winning the battle. Here we go. Points for the good guys, man. Points for the good guys here.
Hell yeah.
Especially in that shithole of a state, man. There are so many good people out there, and they can't leave that state, and I feel bad for them because there's just things that they're attached to and that they just can't get up and leave. Wrong town to you see what I mean? Wrong town to try and rob. Norco is a cowboy town. Yup. It is, bro. And have people riding horses, and you should know they definitely own guns. These guys are idiots, man. They must have been from South Central LA driving up or something. Who knows? F around and find out kind of town. Definitely, yeah, dude. I'm telling you, that's how that town is. Definitely will be stopping in and doing some shopping to support the local business. One commenter said on Facebook, "Oh, love these guys in Norco, man. Love them." Where's the store owner's GoFundMe link? That hero deserves a sandwich, another said. Good shot, old man. The not-so-tough thug is very lucky he did not get shot between the eyes. Yeah, he's very lucky.
He's lucky he didn't shoot his arm off either.
Or he's even lucky he just didn't get shot center mass, because who knows what could have happened to him after that. Another person said. The clerk understood the assignment. Someone else chimed in. It seemed like everyone in the community is proud of the way Cope handled himself. Big props to that guy, man. God bless him. God was definitely with that guy, and that's good that he was aware of his. That's one thing too that I stress out on everybody out there. It doesn't matter where you live. you always have to be aware of your surroundings, because you never know, man. You never know. Even when you're driving, you don't just look ahead of traffic or front. You look left, right. You look everywhere,
down,
man. You look everywhere, dude. The criminals are in control of everything right now, and the fact that he turned around and showed them what for. I think it's amazing. One customer said, I'm not for gun violence, but he wasn't the one doing the violence. The people that came in were the ones doing the violence.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we need to understand in our society. When people are doing violence against us, we have the right to protect ourselves, another added. That was actually in the news clip. Some not too surprised. I've seen him a couple of times while I've been here, and honestly, I can kind of expect that from him. He seems like a pretty badass old man, one customer said. Man, big ups to this guy, man. 3 suspects are now in jail. The robber who was injured is hospitalized in stable condition and will be taken into custody once released.
And he still has both of his arms.
He probably does. But
Talk about a little bitch. I watched the video in slow motion while you were reading that, and he had both of his arms, and he was like, "He shot my arm off! He shot my arm off! He shot my arm!" All the way into the car, and then he closed the door on one of the other assailants, and they almost drove off without him.
I guarantee that he has a nice chunk of his arm off. I guarantee.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I guess it just depends on what he shot him with, right? But my point is, it probably could have been a BB gun, and this little bitch probably would have been like, "He shot my arm off! He shot my arm off!"
Well, fuck, man, you don't go around carrying shit like that thinking that people are gonna think it's a fake gun. You crazy, dude.
Yeah,
crazy, man. I guess he gets what he deserves, so peace is done. One man said. A little more than 2 days after the incident, Fox 11 got a chance to speak with Cope in his store. His message for the suspects and those thinking of targeting his business, that isn't good. This isn't a good place to pick Cope's.
And his name is Cope. That's interesting too.
Oh, that's the end of the article. Okay, so here's a little premise of what I saw and what I saw in the news reporting, the news segment of it. So apparently this guy has surveillance cameras, and he saw these guys pull. He said that he saw them pull into like the side of the store, and there was nobody at the store, because usually if you're gonna go in the store like 2:45 in the morning, you're gonna go to the front and get what you need to go and get and go. Right?
Uh-huh.
But these dudes parked like on the side, out of sight, thinking that they're gonna be slick. So he had the screens, the store owner. He had the screens right by him, and he was watching them. He already knew, and he said that he saw one dude put on a mask and grab a gun, and he was prepared, and that's why he was quick on the draw, because he saw those MFers coming in hot, but he was able to come in hotter.
That's for dang sure. Yeah, man. Like when the first time I saw it through, I could not even find the old man in the store, and then all of a sudden, bang!
Yeah,
Bam!
no, he got him.
He shot his arm off.
And they were asking him. They were even asking him if he ever was in the military. He was like, "Nope, never was in the military." I think he grew up in Illinois. I think, and he has to be a country guy, because he said that his father was the one that taught him how to shoot. And he said back then, he had to be very accurate with his shots because ammunition was not cheap. So he always had to rely on making sure that he shot his game. When he hunts, he has to shoot one shot. So
you got to make sure every bullet counts.
Exactly. So that's why he was. Damn, I'm surprised he got him in the arm, man. He's lucky. That dude is lucky he didn't get shot center mass.
I know Mr. Cope's like, damn it, I was aiming for center mass.
But honestly, with all the stress and stuff, sometimes it gets.
Oh no, that's not to diminish Mr. Cope at all.
It gets difficult,
Hell, I couldn't shoot anything. I couldn't shoot something 5 feet in front of me, probably. Whoa.
Well, that's
I probably
why.
shouldn't announce that. I probably should not announce that to the public. No, just kidding.
No, well, that's why you go to the range and you practice, and you don't just shoot like paper. You don't shoot. You got to put yourself in a mental state where you're pretending that some person is drawing on you, and that's a lot of things. That's a lot of the, people don't look at it this way. They just look at going to the range, drawing down and shooting a target paper. When you actually got to put your mindset in. You got to think to yourself like that person out there, like that paper out there is trying to shoot a gun at you. So it gives you this, it makes you exercise your mental state when you're actually prepared to draw down on somebody. You get what I'm saying? Because I mean, every time, like when I was trained, that's the mental state that we always had to train with. Like you got to pretend that you're not just shooting a piece of paper.
Check your six. No, just kidding.
You're not shooting a piece of paper that just turns around every once in a while. You got to pretend that there's a person actually going to shoot you. So you got to put yourself in that mental state in order for you to make it come as second nature instead of having to think when it actually happens.
What do I do?
Yeah, you don't want to be what do I do in a situation like that. You want to be able to just mentally be prepared, and you got to play that in your head over and over and over and over again. That's just the way it is, when it comes to something like that. But hey, big ups to this dude, man. Big ups.
Very cool.
It's unfortunate that that it's come down to this. You know what I mean? But who knows with the no bail situation over there in California, what's going to happen to these crooks, man? They have this whole no bail thing that just catches and releases criminals. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Absolutely.
All right, let me go here real quick. Let me go to the bar and see what's up on the chats. Let's see. Let us see. I see Two Rivers there. Good evening. Good evening. Kiss dropped a few cookies. Thank you so much, dear, for the cookies. Let the arrest begin. Good evening. Unchained One, welcome to the bar. Good evening.
Awesome.
Man, I'm seeing some people I've never seen before, which is cool. That's good. That's good.
Awesome.
Cool. All right.
Welcome on in, everyone.
Well, so what's your?
Drinks are fine.
What's your whole take on that?
Well, my whole take on it, honestly, is I saw this this story advertised everywhere on every news site, and I'd never looked at it. So it was pretty cool to find out what it was all about. Although the headline of every website was, "He shoot my arm off."
And here's another thing that I noticed too with the news reporter. The news reporter, the way that they were asking the questions about, like, how did you feel when you saw that assault rifle? I'm like, this bitch, man, she's trying to say that, she's trying to scare people with the whole.
It was an AK-15.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. That's the newest thing that these people are coming up with that don't know what they're talking about.
Is that a hybrid between an AK-47 and an AR-15?
An AR-15? Yeah, apparently so. These dumbasses can't figure that out. I mean, come on. I have nothing against guns, but I'm not a big gun person just because I've never had them. And I still know the difference between an AR and an AK. You know what I mean? Like, I've held one. I've held an AK, but like,
These liberals think that AR stands for assault rifle. It doesn't stand for assault rifle. They're dumb, dude. They're dumb. It stands for Armalite, dude. The people who created that gun. Jeez, dude.
Well, you tell them that, and they'll probably just roll their eyes at you and say, but can we at least agree? Can we at least agree that you don't need these to shoot people? Or animals?
Oh, man, that guy. Oh, that guy.
That guy. I mean, that was just, I think it was, who was it that said that? It might have been Subpack Vet, or it was someone who said, you could just tell by his body language that he was going after John Gibbs, but he was trying to be, like, I guess.
But his line of questioning was pretty weak, if you ask me.
It was weak. I was like, who asks these stupid questions unless you're trying to get them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he couldn't even be slick about that.
No, he couldn't. And then like what would he John Gibbs had answered one question, and like I think they had cut away from the host, and then I think they accidentally cut back to him, and he had like this like weird ugly face, and I was like, I bet you probably didn't want people to see you making that face, right? And he
I think
smiled right away.
after a few questions he kind of figured out that he was trying to be cornered.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, probably. Especially when he started explaining to him, the way the host started explaining to John Gibbs, like what John Gibbs said, just to prove his point. I mean, like, this is just getting so tired, and there's no point. I mean, he's all, but you said this, and I said that, and then you said this, but what I'm saying is this. So you're saying that that's what that means? It was just the lamest. Who gave that guy a job? Anyways.
Who knows,
I mean,
man?
where the hell did this? I mean, I'd never seen this guy until like he did that article where he was talking about how Trump was going to run for president so he wouldn't be put in jail. And I was like, you are so dumb, because first of all, you don't understand anything about he didn't understand any information about anything like the elections and January 6th and all. He did not understand anything. He was just running off of a Rolling Stone article that he had read, and I guess that made him feel self-entitled.
Of all places, too, Rolling
ignorance.
Stones, man.
Rolling Stone. I read Rolling Stone when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I don't go to a magazine like that for news and information and wisdom.
Bro, Playboy had more truth to it than Rolling Stones.
I don't doubt it, and that's why I say, like, Rolling Stone is not the Rolling Stone of, our fathers, for example. It's all progressive and stupid now. I mean.
Yep. All right, man. Let's. You ready to go to the next one?
Let's do it.
Man, we are rolling fast on these articles, man.
We are.
We might have time for another one, another one of yours. I don't know. Who knows?
We'll have to pull one out of the bag, I guess.
Let's see. Let me share that with everybody first, and then share that with you.
Okay.
This is gonna probably burn a lot of people's feelings.
Feelings?
Well, they're gonna be all fired up
Yeah.
about this one for sure. Because I'm just reading that. Just reading the headliner made my freaking yeah. Well, there it is, man.
George Soros probably gave him that job. He's like, I got teabagged by George Soros just to be here.
Yeah, that's how they knight each other, man. They put each other's nutsack on the bridge of their nose.
For everyone that did not know what teabagging is. The Speak Uneasy has just educated you on how the police officers of California haze. No, just kidding. No comment. Let's see. And Ted Cruz, the senator of Texas, just motioned to decriminalize sodomy in Texas. Anyways, so.
What?
I was actually going to share that article on Lone Star News today, but you know what? Election integrity matters were so much more important than sodomy. I was like, can we at least save our country before we get into all these stupid little...
So I can understand, like, just... Okay. So he made it like he...
So several states in our union had sodomy as an illegal act,
right,
between consenting adults. And then, according to the article I read, the Supreme Court ruled that you could not have it. It was unconstitutional, basically. So basically, they never got rid of the law. It just became a mute law. It just became one that just was dormant.
Well, I think the law should still stand only because if like if you have like, let's say in prison, because this shit happens.
Sodomy with intent, it's different. Speak.
No.
I mean, if someone's getting butt raped, that's different.
Yes, that's what I meant.
That is different.
That's what I meant.
Like, say, two consenting adults who think that's natural.
because I mean, okay, as far as my understanding
And
goes,
that's different than two consenting David Manpackers, you know?
no, but as far as I understand it,
That's the John Gibbs dude. Anyways, so
rape.
his last name's Pac-Man, so I'd call him Manpacker.
So,
Anyways,
a man cannot be raped because when the word, at least when I learned
they
it,
can.
hear me out first. I'm talking. This is legal terms. This is not what you and I think. Like the normal
Legal
person
terms
thinks.
for California? Or
Yes,
just like in
this
general?
is this is legal terms per California as far as I know. As far as I know, because that's the only
Or
law.
like within the law enforcement system or something like that?
No, within the California penal penal code. The penal code.
Oh, cool.
So
All right.
the difference with rape and sodomy is that with rape, it's penetrating a vagina. That's what rape is. And
By
so,
definition?
yeah, by penal code definition, rape is constituted as a penetration in the vagina with a
What about
penis. And
unconsensual sodomy?
it's called there's a different charge for that. It's called sodomy. Yeah, that's
But what if it's consensual sodomy?
well then why would it even be reported? Why?
Because sometimes men get butt raped, and that's called unconsensual sodomy.
No, you said what if it's
Okay, so-
consensual? If it's
so-
consensual, I don't think the cops would even know about it.
Well, no, absolutely. But I mean, we're talking about definitions here, not real life actions, okay? According to the definition of rape, which is forcibly entering a vagina,
Mm-hmm.
unconsensually penetrating a vagina, then
With
what you're saying
it's
is
not
if
it's
a
not
man gets
it
butt raped,
it has to be
it's
with
just called sodomy, not rape or forced sodomy or unconsensual sodomy.
no, it's not.
Like,
It's
there's
just
nothing-
it's just called at least in California, it's just called
Mhm.
sodomy.
I mean, I don't know how the terms are here in Texas for the penal code and sodomy and all that stuff.
I can look it up later
but,
on. I can and we can definitely chop that up next.
No, we
next
don't
week.
have to. You know, it's not.
No, I mean no,
Can
and
we at least save our country before we start talking about sodomy?
well, I mean it is.
Can we at least restore our republic before we start getting into these topics?
And the reason, no, the only reason why I have to chime in on that's because I can understand why he kind of did that, but that's all in like legalistic jargon terms. It has it has nothing to do with what everybody else understands what that is or rape is. You know,
Sorry.
I can understand
DJ
that.
Kudasu says, "Holy crap! I just logged in and you're talking about vagine."
Hey, buddy, man, I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, half a day, DJ Kudasu, half a day.
Thank you so much for the shades, Crane Up. Thank you so much, DJ Cruz. I'm sorry you had to walk into this.
Are you? Is he?
No, I just have to clarify that because I mean, coming from a law enforcement stance, there's two different meanings of the two things because it's a penal penetration between two different
Penal
areas.
code? No, just kidding.
There's a penile penetration between two different passages, I guess you can say.
Goodness. Passages, orifices.
Yes, orifices.
There we go, orifices.
But that's in California. I don't know how it is here in Texas, but that's in California. I don't know if they changed it. I don't even know if
if you were to tell West Hollywood that they define, they don't have a definition for rape as sodomy, they'd probably get really mad. They'd be like, "You can't call sodomy rape."
I mean,
or rape sodomy?
I
don't know.
You could be.
Just don't let the gays of California know, and you guys should be okay over there. So.
You could call them sexually assaulted, but I don't know. I mean, that's a different thing. I mean, physically, that's. I mean, when you're talking into like legal terms, it's a different thing, you know. And that's and that goes back to this whole thing about how, it goes to also the video that you shared with everybody about how this guy was trying to get Gib on a gotcha moment because of these word dancing stuff. That's
the litigation.
Yeah, dude.
Word dance.
Dude, that's what lawyers do, man. They dance around this shit all the time. And I told you prior to streaming, before we started the show that, man, I was in a deposition and that's what they fucking do, man. They try to corner you in every shit. But lucky for me, I used to follow politics good that I knew how they fucking talked and I was able to, make them clarify their questions and answer the questions the way I deemed to answer them back. So, I wasn't your average cop who don't know how to speak this or play with these word games, because I kind of know how to play the word games. I don't like to because, I just don't like to, but I know how to play the game. Anyhow, I don't know where that conversation went off, but it went there.
I have no idea. I'm getting some feedback coming in. Are you being facetious about the topic of sodomy?
No, I'm not. It's just, well,
no, not you, me.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't even remember how we started talking about this.
Because you're talking about Ted Cruz.
Oh yeah, Ted Cruz. He wanted to make it legal. No, just kidding. He just wanted to I don't know. He wanted to take away the I have the article right here. Do you guys want that as this is news? I'm just kidding.
I mean, if we have time, we can save it for
no.
for
It's
later
all
on.
Good. It's all good. I'll save it for a Lone Star News episode when I don't have anything else to talk about.
You're saving the good stuff for yourself.
Oh, really? You think that's the good stuff?
I'm just joking. I'm just
Ted
joking.
Cruz, come on, man. Ted Cruz, who voted for the this veteran pact bill that is going to allow the Democrats to put $400 billion in pork spending because he didn't have the balls to say no.
Dude, what is going on with that
I
dude,
love my
man?
vets, but well, he's always been a rhino. It's just everyone was like, leave him alone, Mr. C. You need to focus on John Cornyn. But now John Cornyn is stepping out the door because all of the light has been shined on his rhinoceros. So now, but Ted Cruz has done good for the country, but just like any rhino, and I'm not saying that
on face value he has, but fuck,
on face
dude.
value, but that's actually a true statement because there was something else that he had done, and he knows how to play the game. He does. He knows that if there's a bill that his constituents would want, but his sponsors don't, that if it gets a certain place in committee or to the calendar, he can act like he defended it, but he knows it's going to die there, and and so he can make himself look good. But what I'm trying to say, Speak, is it's not that I don't believe in second chances or these people turning over a leaf. It's just that I want to see them follow through, and
good luck, man.
Ted Cruz started as a rhino, and he's in good now with the Patriots, and we need as many people on our team as we can get, but at the same time, if we're going to do that, we can't do it blindly. You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean, man. I do. Trust me, I do.
We can't do it blindly. We can't sing their praises and defend them unless we know for sure, and unfortunately with every single one in that field in life, you can never really know for sure until right. You can never really know until
That's that's one of the reasons why I kind of stopped, because I know enough to just say to myself, F these people, man. I'll stick to my okay, I know I'm stuttering here. Shit, man. I trust. Okay, I trust.
Hang 10, sir. Alien Surfer. Good evening. Welcome to the chat.
So I trust my fellow neighbor, and I'm talking about everybody out here in the chats. I'm talking about you. I trust you guys more than I trust these fucking politicians, man. And that's just the truth. Like I've totally given up because I've given my time, I've given my votes to these people, and it's always the same shit over and over again. But I know at some point in time when it's time to rely on people like you out there, you may come through, you may not. I know if somebody out there was in need, I would definitely step up and help as much as I could. So I'd only expect the same thing from you, I'm talking about everybody out there. So I put a lot of trust on people out there with the people on the show, and especially with you, man, because I know you well. So I just put a lot of more trust into you people than I do with these so-called leaders.
Better to have trust in man than, not in man like in biblical terms, but better to have trust in people and your neighbors, and than to have trust in like government entities.
Oh no,
that goes without saying.
I would definitely know that a good neighbor is always going to have your back, and they're always going to say what they're going to say they're going to do. A good neighbor, okay? But when it comes to these people, man, they only pander to you when they need something. And then when the time is not when it's not election time, they don't give a shit about you. You know.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that's the way that system's set up. I had this very well, to me, it was an interesting thought, and the thought was this: we could have elections just the way we do right now, all the time, without having political parties. So why do we need them?
Why do we need them? You're right.
Exactly. Like we could hold elections exactly the way we do, picking our favorite candidates, picking the best man for the job without having political parties. So why do we need political parties? Because in the end, the political parties is where they start getting into all the money, and they start and there's a lot of ways that you could try and remedy that by cutting out the corporations.
It also divides people, man.
That's actually the number one reason why they exist, I believe, is for the divisiveness. It's for the divisiveness, which is not good. I mean, because in the end, we all need to stand together. I mean, everyone needs to stand together,
right.
Especially when that day comes. But yeah, that's just how it's been designed. And I feel like people are realizing that more than in the past. I feel like in the past you would have those people out there who would talk like this, but I feel like it's something that's kind of catching on. And I don't know. I don't think that's just me being naive or optimistic. I just feel like more people are thinking like that now than they used to.
I definitely see that, but I also, what I see is a lot of partisan people. I see a lot of people who are one or the other. They're either Republican or they're either Democrat.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, but that's kind of always the way that's been, though.
True, but
but
if you look at it, do you actually think each and every one of us are either one of those parties? No, because we all, for one, we all come from different cultures. We do, right? For two, we all grew up different. We grew up with different experiences, so our belief systems are totally different. But we all can agree that we all want something that's good for us. We all want to be free. We all want to be. We don't want to be in chains and shit like that. We don't want to be. We don't want
self-determination, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what we all want. That's exactly why we love this country, because of the idea of that. But man, they've built this so good that it's so freaking divisive between us. And
they just divide more and more and more as much as they can.
Yeah,
but
with the propaganda.
We will not be divided. No, just kidding.
I wish
anyone who gets that reference.
I wish liberals could see the way we see, but they're just so brainwashed. It's because they've been brainwashed in school and all the shit all these pop culture shit that they watch.
Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and maybe we should stop calling them by their label.
You're talking about the parties?
No, like these liberals and those dumb Democrats and these damn progressives.
You're
and
right,
those
man.
Rhinos.
But I mean,
ultimately we have to be the change if we want it to happen. Otherwise, it's never going to happen. We can just keep on talking about it.
But how else would we talk about a group of people if we don't refer to them as liberals?
As a label?
Not as a label, but I mean, I guess yes. No, I guess you could say it is a label.
How would we identify those different people from us if we did not give them label? Well, they'd be
unlike-minded
people.
There. I don't know.
You could just call them the people who believe in that. Whatever it is.
That's too long, man. We need something short, dude.
Don't be lazy. Come on, man. We got these people who believe in abortions.
Man.
People who believe that we can have open borders. The Democrats.
Yeah, DC is not liking that right now, are they? I've heard that DC is not liking that. They don't like the buses going their way at all, man.
No. Now it's a humanitarian crisis because they're eating all their tacos, And
not only that, but they're realizing that a lot of these migrants are coming from freaking Middle Eastern countries, man. And China too.
Kidding, right? Like they're probably like, where did all these Jamaicans come from?
Dude, I tell you, okay.
They're gonna have like a new Harlan area in Washington D.C.
Check this out, bro. So our jail system, the department I used to work for, we used to house we call them ICE detainees. You know, people who get caught up in the border and they're held, on, you know, for their federal court date, right? We used to house detainees. We were contracted by the federal government to hold these guys. And man, I tell you, most of them were Hispanics, but honestly, dude, you see a lot of like people from the Congo or Russian. You see all sorts of free India. You see these different types of countries, man. China. Dude, you see all these people from these different countries, man, and you're like, how the hell did these guys get, you know, I mean, you know how they got across because there was a wide open border.
The border's wide open.
The border down there, especially in California, is wide open. I mean,
and the Afghanis and the Ukrainians, they came on a plane that Biden gave to them.
But yeah, no, you'd be surprised, dude. Like a lot of people from like these different countries, you'd be like, how did you guys get caught up with this? And, you know, they just pay they pay the coyotes and then they just come through.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like I did a story on Lone Star News on this topic, I think last week, and I showed a photo from Breitbart, Texas of all like we're talking hundreds of people crossing the Rio Grande at some point, but they were all black. There was not one single Latino or...
So were they from Africa or were they from...
I would guess they were from either the islands, like in the Caribbean, or maybe they could have been like... Yeah, well, because, you know, I mean, yeah, and they you know, we're talking like, if you ever go down to like Belize, if you ever go to Honduras, if you ever go to there's entire segments of, you know, darkly melatonin individuals over there, you know, so like, yeah, and they speak perfect Spanish, you know, and
yes.
or whatever dialect it is that they're speaking in.
Some of the guys we got are from Africa, bro.
But no, I don't doubt. No, yeah, I know that there are some coming from Africa, and there was even a story about like a boat full of Jamaicans that came over. Like, that's no joke either. Like, yeah, absolutely. So, but my point being was that none of them looked like they came from anywhere remotely within Central America. Okay, like, because you got to go to South America and to the Caribbean islands to where you start getting those types of ethnicities coming in. But none of them, they didn't look like your typical Muhau, you know, they didn't look like your typical wetback, you know, like it was like, oh, we got Africa coming in now, you know, like.
Yeah, dude.
They correct you and say that they're from the Caribbean.
I'm just surprised. I was surprised that I was seeing a lot of these different types of ethnicities come in, man. I was like, wow. Wow, dude, they just coming in. And you'd even, dude, okay, so here's another thing, too, is that there was an organization who would like there's always people that come in this organization, and I was trying to find out like who's funding this organization, and they'd always go to these migrant homes and try to like I don't know, befriend them and kind of like advocate for them or something like that. And you know just by looking at these people that they're liberal. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
They're you can tell that there was an agenda already, because sometimes the guy would like the detainee would say, I don't know who this person is visiting me, and we asked, well, what do they want? They just want me to reach out to them when I get out.
Yeah, so this way they know who to send all their voting information to.
Yep.
Right?
Now we know. Now we know.
Yeah, that's a good voting block for these treasonous assholes. But,
so yeah, no, I was a witness to a lot of these things that did not reveal until now. It's very obvious.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get into this article. It's written by Jacob Engels at the Gateway Pundit. Radical LGBT activists file lawsuit against DeSantis. Demand picture porn books in elementary school libraries. Yeah, that's pretty outrageous right there.
It is outrageous, dude. That kind of pissed me off already, man. I mean, granted, my daughter's not in, you know, normal school, but still, shit, I
think about all the kids in the neighborhood, right? If they are being exposed to this crap, that's going to directly affect your daughter.
Yes, it is.
To be friends with
especially
them.
She's the only girl in this corner.
Oh, Lord help her.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's at that age where her body's starting to change too.
I got 2 words for you. Speak. Chastity belt. No one's getting in and nothing's coming out.
No, she's gonna have to learn that she needs to learn how to read these boys.
I got 1 word for you. Speak. Taser. Oh wait, how about this? Pepper spray.
Now, I got a better one. The acronyms are FTF, man. FTF.
Fuck the father? Oh wait.
No. What? It's called fist to face, man.
Fist to face. How about foot to balls, right? You could teach your daughter that one real quick, I bet you. Actually, she probably already knows it. So
yeah, she knows a lot of shit already. She does, dude.
Anyways, I hope the friends don't get too flabbergasted by that statement I made. Okay, let's get into this article. Okay, so it says a group of far left progressives, not just your average progressive, but far left ones.
Don't label them.
I know. Pundit. Anyways, so and I divided them from regular progressives too. A group of far-left progressives has launched a legal challenge against 4 school districts in Florida for their adherence to the parental rights and education legislation recently signed into law by Governor Ron DeSantis. Orange County Public Schools, Duval County Public Schools, Indian River County Public Schools, and Palm Beach Public Schools are named in the lawsuit. The legislation prohibits educators from having conversations with students K through 3 involving sexual orientation or gender identity without express parental permission. And all I have to say is they couldn't wait until they were in the 4th grade to molest them. They have to get them in kindergarten. Like, what's the big? They're
in a hurry, man. They're in a hurry. They need to push this agenda out. They're in a hurry. They're running out of time.
You're right. They're running out of time. This seems like a completely normal idea. That's what I think to the majority of the general public. Naturally, the far left progressives who control the Democrat Party believe that the right of public school educators and employees to sexualize their children behind their back is perfectly fine. Because most of these gay fags don't even have kids, you know?
It's FTF, dude. FTF, man. Fist to face,
fire
dude.
No, just kidding.
Fist to face, dude. Like, oops, that guy accidentally fell on my fist.
I know, right? That guy ran into my fist. Now, a woman is leading the charge against the removal of filthy pornographic novels in Florida schools.
Jeez.
Her name is Jen Cousins, who, before castigating public officials for removing tomes that include abhorrent text and graphic pictorial representations of sometimes pedophiliac sex acts, she was a leader of the Mask Up OCPS group in Orange County. Is that like a group of masked pedophiles or something like that? Anyways.
Jeez, who knows, man?
They know, right? And they demanded students and employees of said schools remain in a permanent state of mask wearing and forced vaccination of public employees. According to the lawsuit, which is being handled by the Southern Poverty Law Center, really good luck with that, and the Lambda Legal Center, Lambda, the parental rights in education law, which Democrats have deemed the don't say gay to kindergarten through through 3rd graders, was enacted to shame and silence LGBT students and families. Lambda Legal infamously published a book in the 90s titled Little Black Book, which Jeffrey Epstein, right? It was in Florida. No, just kidding. Which included tips and tricks for LGBT youth and men on how to safely engage in anonymous sex in public parks or places, training them on how to subvert undercover law enforcement trying to shut down these dangerous, it's called cruising encounters, which can involve unprotected sex between adults and even interactions between minors and adults. It says here, oh, is this an excerpt from the book? It says high traffic websites that specialize in cruising for sex, including Bad Puppy. Ooh, take
What?
notes, everyone. Just kidding. I've never heard of these websites. As you guys can tell, I don't participate in these types of activities. It says here, cruising for sex, including Bad Puppy, cruising for sex, and kinky personals will link to the Little Black Book by placing banner advertisements on their homepage. Yahoo groups that will post a link to the Little Black Book on their homepage include Best Gay Sex Spots, Best Gay Sex Places, New York City Pause Queers, and Mono a Mono.
What's a pause?
That means positively gay. No, just kidding.
Oh.
No, it means that they are HIV positive.
Oh,
They're not just positive, they're HIV positive. Anyway, so oh, that was a little nod to South Park. Below is an excerpt from the lawsuit against the 4 school boards in Florida, cited by Florida Politics. And it goes this way. HB 1557 shames and stigmatizes the students and families, invites school officials, teachers, and classmates into their pants. No, just kidding. To view
view what's in their pants?
Basically, I mean, right? So it says it invites school officials, teachers, and classmates to view them as inferior, harms their long-term health and well-being, and denies them equal educational opportunities on the basis of their sex, sexual orientation,
Why?
gender identity, and transgender status. I mean, they're denying a kindergarten.
Why?
A kindergartner.
Why does this matter?
I know, but they're clearly denying a kindergartner their educational opportunity.
I mean, I shouldn't be asking why, because I already know. There's an agenda here that's being pushed.
It's the satanic Luciferian agenda, and they're using the gays to do it. However, the intent of the bill has been quite clear from the start. It serves to stop woke progressive educators from manipulating young children to participate in the consumption of pornographic and pedophiliac text, along with adopting the far left political stances of the very people tasked with educating them about reading, writing, and arithmetic. This journal was removed from an Orange County public school meeting for simply reading passages from Genderqueer. Oh, wait, this journalist, pardon me, was removed for reading passages from Genderqueer, a filthy pornographic novel that was available to students without parental permission.
Dude, that's the trip right there, is when the parents don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. And this is child abuse. So the article continues. It's a filthy pornographic novel that was available to students without the parents' permission, while Miss Cousins cheered on with her fellow leftists about this journalist being ejected.
Dude, seriously, man? I mean, and this is why I say that many families should start homeschooling their children, man. You need to know what the hell these kids are learning. You really need to. You know, don't just say to your kids that just go to school and get good grades. No, you need to know what they're studying, because now they're gonna grow up. They're gonna grow up, they're gonna grow up all fucked up.
They're going to grow up thinking it's okay to engage other children. Well, as adults, they're going to grow up thinking it's okay to engage children in sexual, connotations.
Well, I mean, they're going to look at people as sex things first instead of getting to know who the person is. This destroys, just your social contact with people as well.
Interesting. But that's true, though. It's true.
Jeez, man.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for butting in.
Oh, no, you're fine, sir. You're fine. So the article goes on to say the novel included discussions on the use of sex toys, along with oral and anal sex, Jen Cousins, one of the plaintiffs in the case against the 4 school boards in Florida regarding the Parental Rights and Education Act, has posted publicly about reading genderqueer to her children who are between the ages of 4 and 12,
What?
stating that she loved it. Yeah, this pedophile child abuser loved it, but how did the kids feel? Awkward, or no, probably, as Oprah said, if it feels good, it can't be wrong, right? Anyway, so Christy Williams says, that's so disgusting. I hope it's removed ASAP. Did the Green Goblin parents think it was wrong, or did they not care? Jen Cousins says, we loved it. And then
they're mentally
replies,
ill, man. People like this shouldn't even be having kids.
No. I'm surprised anyone put them in her.
This is child abuse. No, this is child abuse.
It is straight up child abuse. And it makes you wonder who abused this person as a child in order for her to be that screwed up in the head, right? It says, ooh, you are okay with your children reading that filth? And then she said, you bet. I mean, all prideful of the fact that, she's basically destroying, her children's future social and even sexual,
There's no
development.
hope. There's no hope for these children. There's no hope for them to grow.
There's always hope. Speak. No, just kidding. I mean, well, I'm not, but I'm just.
No, you're right. There is hope, but the hope of the hope of that is very slim. If they're being bombarded by this shit every day, and if it's their parents who are teaching them that this is right stuff, they don't have a chance unless, the glory of God, where, I don't know, maybe they veer off. You know how a quote rebellious
May
kid
God
would be?
smite them down.
Well, I mean, you always have that one rebellious child of the family who doesn't really conform to what the family says and just does their own
always
thing.
At least one.
Yeah. I hope my daughter is not like that.
If you haven't had one yet.
No, I don't think I'm that hard up with my children. I think I'm pretty fair.
I hope you're not hard up with your children.
No, I'm not hard. I'm not. I don't think. I mean,
that would be considered child abuse.
I'm not. I'm not strict, but I'm very cautious about certain things. Especially when it comes to video games with my girl. I'm like, dude, you need to get off the dang computer, and you need to interact with people because that shit's gonna fuck with your brain, man.
Hey, to everything. What is the word? Moderation, right? So.
Yes, I agree. Is there more?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's still more on this one.
There's a little tad bit left. It says here, she also went on to claim on a podcast and in numerous interviews that the book contained no sexual or pornographic content. It's in no surprise to anyone reading this article. Cousins has also been a major fixture during several abortion rallies in downtown Orlando.
Naturally.
Including several that were held at venues with an open bar.
Okay, so
were
her children
go out and
were her children with her at these bars?
I would not doubt it. But then they're gonna all go get drunk, so they can all go have a reason to have an abortion after that, right? Anyways, along with her husband. Oh, she has a husband. I feel bad for her children.
He's probably a cuck.
He's like, can I watch you and the kids hunt? Anyways. That was bad. That was bad.
That was bad.
That was really bad. Anyways, along with her husband, Matthew Cousins, they're probably cousins, right? She even brought her children to a drag performance. She routinely refers to anyone who opposes sexually charged content and pornographic materials in public schools as neuters, because that's what you call normies. When you're sexually deviant.
Wait. No, go ahead.
Oh, it says, but public schools as a domestic terrorist, white nationalist, or racist, even if they're black. On her Twitter account, and they even they doxed her Twitter account to Jen Cousins FL.
I don't think she cares.
No, she doesn't. She's probably like, go ahead and penetrate me.
Typical liberal shit, man. You don't agree with me, you're a terrorist, you're a white nationalist, or you're racist. That's pretty much the consensus, man. Mm-hmm. Especially with the R word, that R word doesn't even hold its own truth anymore. The definition of racist has changed to somebody that doesn't agree with a Democrat or a liberal. That's pretty much what that means now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It has no more ammunition to that word anymore.
No,
so.
it doesn't. It's been overused for the wrong reasons.
Well, you know what? Maybe that will end the entire racist discussion when people figure out that we are one race. It's called the human race, and everything else is ethnicities.
Yeah, well, people, those people on that side, they don't see it that way. They love to label people. They're the ones who label people, man.
Mm-hmm.
They are the ones who label people.
They're like, we're progressives and we're proud.
Progressively stupid.
They get that way, don't they, over the years?
That's what liberalism does, man. All right. This next article that I have it's like a super offshoot of what we were just talking about. But
are we going out to left field now or what?
Yeah, but it's not. It's nothing in that realm of sexual deviancy.
Oh, good. Well, it's okay. It's good because I was starting to get hot and bothered. Just kidding, folks. That's disgusting.
No, yeah, we're going in a very different direction
By
here.
hot and bothered, I meant upset. Okay.
But we're staying in California nonetheless. Ugh. So for you people in California, you might want to pay attention because this is going to be I think it's going to be an important thing for you to listen to. Mm-hmm. All right. So article comes from naturalnews.com. Who is this article? Ethan Huff.
Whoever that is.
Article reads, Los Angeles to recycle biosludge into...
No one can see the article. Speak.
Oh, shit. No, you can't see the article. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, everyone sees it. Let me. I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
Oh, no, it's good. I'm just looking at Foxhole right now, but I forgot we have a delay.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes. Biosludge.
Okay. So article reads...
Ew.
Yeah. Los Angeles to recycle... To recycle biosludge into tap water, Angelinos will soon be drinking recycled.
Because there's a water shortage, people. Didn't you know?
Angelinos will soon be drinking recycled diarrhea and urine from the tap. Well,
gross.
To be honest, California has been having water issues for quite some years already. They've been having
this vast ocean beneath our feet, ladies and gentlemen, that no one wants to acknowledge. Anyways, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, they've been experiencing water problems. I think the farmers out there they've been like really hurt from the water problems out there. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me read here. As part of a new water conservation plan.
What?
Conservation.
They're going to conserve water by feeding you shit and piss.
Shit. The city of Los Angeles and numerous other water districts throughout Southern California are proposing recycling sewer water back through people's taps. I mean, if you don't drink tap water, and I hope you don't drink tap water, it doesn't matter what state you're in, because tap water is just, you shouldn't be drinking that.
Yeah, I stopped drinking tap water over 20 years ago.
But we still take a shower and brush our teeth with tap water.
This is a fact. Yeah. I don't even cook with it.
Yeah, man. Same here. We use we drink alkaline water here. But we still take a shower in this bad stuff, man.
You got to get a big Berkey.
Well, it costs money to get that, my friend.
It sure do, and the filters ain't cheap, right?
Nope. I try to get the whole water system done here with the water softener and everything, but nope. That's on hold, man. That's on hold.
That's for when the DJ career takes off, right?
Yeah, and that's when I get like tons of gold pills from this place or something. I don't know. Some miracle happens. Anyhow, that recycled water could be filtered, of course, but direct potable reuse. Jeez, gosh, this is just disgusting. As they are calling it
toilet humor. Toilet humor. Speak. It's toilet humor.
is essentially biosludge water that could contain trace levels of sewage and other chemicals that do not get captured in the filtration process.
So everyone's going to be like high on meth, drinking shit water, and like
Well,
depressed pills.
Here's another thing that people don't look at too. There's other things that are thrown in the toilet, not just your bodily waste,
Yep.
but a lot of people like flush down medication or drugs and needles and used condoms and all sorts of other stuff.
Gross.
So yeah. So that could also have an effect on your body with those things included with the whole, other stuff that's in there too.
Everyone's gonna turn the frogs gay.
Well, aren't the frogs already gay? I'm just saying.
I don't know. Ask Pepe.
All right, let me read on. This differs from indirect potable reuse. Man, my mic is humming. Hold on. I'm trying to fix this, man.
Sure thing.
Okay, there. Where water spends time in a substantial environmental barrier such as an underground aquifer or in a reservoir. Yeah, but the water levels out there in California are just low. Reported the Los Angeles Times about the concept. Also known as toilet to tap. No, that's what the program is called? Dude, are you serious? Dude, really?
No shame, right? No shame.
Really? They're not even trying to hide it, man. There you go. Gavin Newsom, man.
He's a real shit mouth anyway, so.
American Psycho, man. The technology has been around since the late 1990s, with some areas using biosludge water for groundwater replenishment. The water could be put back into the ground, filtered naturally through sediment, and later pumped into homes and businesses. Over the years, there have been lawsuits concerning the safety of toilet-to-tap water and what it might be doing to the environment. Dude, screw the environment. How about what is it doing to the people? You know what I'm saying? What's it doing to the people?
It's so ironic. I think Subpagvet was talking about black water in the chat rooms.
I know he's not talking about the security company neither, man.
No, he's not.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the synchronicity of it all.
But because of ongoing drought problems, see what I mean? Drought problems, some are pushing to make toilet to tap the norm throughout Southern California, including Brad Coffey of the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. There's been a public health legacy where sanitary engineering practices and regulators considered sewage a waste. It was something to be avoided, something to be feared, Coffey is quoted as saying. It wouldn't surprise me if they've been doing this shit for a while already, and it's only now that they're kind of putting it out there, trying to normalize
Maybe
it.
That's why Californians are the way they are.
Hey, how about those people in Norco, man?
Well, I mean, do you think that they get the toilet to tap water?
They're part of Southern California. This is in reference to Southern California. Now that we have the technology, the public, the regulators, the scientific community has much greater confidence in our ability to safely reuse that water supply. California's first approved direct potable reuse project to be located in Los Angeles. LA, man. LA. Whatever is decided will not happen until next year, more than likely. The State Water Resources Control Board has been tasked by legislators with coming up with a plan for uniform regulations on direct potable reuse by December 31st of 2023, which means there is still time for people to oppose it. I honestly, when I see stories like this, that means that they've been doing it for a while, and it's only now they're divulging this to the public.
They're finally letting everyone know.
I think so. The city of Los Angeles, meanwhile, is already setting up projects to have things ready to go the moment the trigger is pulled, suggesting that California will, in fact, approve toilet to tap for general use. A demonstration facility, demonstration facility for direct potable reuse is already set up. Pardon me. Near the Headworks Reservoir, just north of Griffith Park in Los Angeles. It's a shame because Griffith Park is beautiful, man. If approved, it will be the state's first direct potable reuse project, according to Jesus Gonzalez, manager of water recycling policy at the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. A nearby facility in Glendale. I used to go to Glendale a lot. My brother's buried out there. Is already producing recycled water, but none of it is yet being added to the drinking water supply, just to outdoor watering projects. For now, the Headwork Reservoir project is just a proof of concept for what could soon be a reality. This is going to be the future of LA's water. Yo, if after everything that's been said and done in SoCal, and this doesn't push you over the edge to get the hell out, I don't know what will. The future of the state's water supply, Gonzalez said. Within the next 5 years, Gonzalez expects the Headwork facility to become fully operational, pumping biosludge water into people's coffee. Oh,
Nasty.
why is this coffee so chunky?
Ew, I didn't order the heavy roast.
It's so bitter.
No. That is
Bathtubs and dishwashers. By 2035, according to LA Mayor douchebag Garcetti, this fucking douchebag, 100% of the city's wastewater will be recycled back through people's tap. Oh, God, that is sick. This will be made possible using the Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant, which currently only treats wastewater for release into Santa Monica Bay. That beach is nasty, man. The goal is
now we know why.
No, I mean seriously, that beach is so dirty, dude. The goal is to transform the Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant into an advanced purification facility that supposedly produces water that is clean enough to drink straight out of the tap. And that's the article right there.
Wow.
If you guys want to read more on that, especially if you're in SoCal, man, biosludge.news. You know, I would highly recommend you see what's going on with your water out there, man. I'm so glad I'm out of that freaking I'm so glad that I escaped California. I am so glad. Love it out here in Texas. I don't care about the heat. I really don't care about the heat. I'll take the heat.
You get used to it.
I'll take the heat over sludge water.
No doubt, right?
All right, man. It was we had quite
it was a riveting discussion, my friend.
Yeah, well, it was. We kind of touched on different things today.
Mm-hmm. We touched different things, indeed we did. And at least they didn't touch us back.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't.
Exactly. Casual GG says, don't touch the coffee.
Well, only if you're in California, you shouldn't touch the coffee, I guess you could say. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complete joke. Yeah, that's why I escaped California, man. But
well, it is from Natural News. No, just kidding.
but at the same time too, you know, because I've met you, I'm beginning to learn things about Texas too that I am not really a fan of either. But
you know how many chemicals are in the waters in Texas, especially in the Austin area and San Antonio area?
I remember you talking about that once.
That article I shared, right? Yeah.
It was your show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard any other shows related, but there was like over 30 in our water supply. So I'm like, every time I take a shower or a bath, I'm giving myself like a chemical bath.
Yeah, no, for reals, dude. And yep. Even when I brush my teeth and, you know, when I'm rinsing my mouth with the water, dude, it just doesn't, you know, I'm not drinking the water.
Do you use fluoride-free toothpaste?
Of course I do. Which is stupid. It's stupid because the water's full of it. Yeah.
The water has fluoride in it.
You can't escape, man. You can't escape the foolery going around all over the country, man. You just can't escape the foolery, man. Wish I could.
Foolery abounds.
Anyways, you got anything special coming up? If there's anything you need to plug, go ahead and do it, my friend.
Oh, I absolutely appreciate that. Nothing too special. I mean, tomorrow's what, Thursday, right? So we'll be doing the C report
No,
over
we're
at
still
Mr.
on
C-
Wednesday, dude.
No, but tomorrow is Thursday.
You said today.
No, I said tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Am I
Anyways,
tripping?
I think you are.
Oh,
What are you not sharing? No, just kidding. But yeah, no. So yeah, just we'll be doing an episode of the C Report over at my channel here on foxhole.app, and then of course all the other platforms I'm on. If anyone in the chat room has a Truth Social, I mean, hit me up. I'm at MRCTV _. Don't forget the underscore, or you will go to the Truth Social of the people who pillaged and stole my handle, I must say. And let me think, what else is there going on? Friday, we have a Trump rally. So we'll be doing a rally in lieu of a C report. So that should be fun. And I think also an episode of Lone Star News. So actually, maybe I should let everyone know if anyone is interested, or, you know, if you guys haven't heard already. So the C report is coming out Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys are curious about when I'm going to get a set schedule for the show, a set schedule for the show has arrived. So you don't have to worry about me popping up at random hours of the evening or night now. So 7:30 p.m. Central. And then Lone Star News, I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Central. So that's for those two shows. And then the See in the Dark show is still on the weekends, but that one does not yet have a solidified schedule. So yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that one's just kind of like a pop up on the weekend.
That one's kind of a
thing.
pop up.
Yeah.
You know, we were on at 11 last Saturday. We'll
You guys
probably
get
be on
into
at-
some heavy conversations, man.
Whew, boy, let me tell you what, it is never a dull moment. But it's always a fun time, that's for sure.
No, I listen to you guys like just talking. I'm like, man, these guys are going pretty deep in their conversation, man.
Mhm.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
Awesome.
I
Glad that
I
you-
always enjoy something that has more deeper. I don't know. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but something that I can learn from. You know what I mean?
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
I like man. I guess it'll be a trip to talk to Java like in person. Man.
Yeah, I mean, Java's cool, and it's fun having him on as a co-host. And you know, like we've been kind of doing the transhuman technocratic
Dude.
topic, and yeah, that was Java. Like he's been studying into that, and so actually it's pretty cool because I was aware of like technocracy and the transhumanism and all of those isms that go with that, but I never dug into it because I'm focusing like on election integrity and stuff like that. But I will have an episode of See in the Dark coming out very soon that will be focusing on General Vallely. Because I talk about General Vallely a lot. I shoot him down a lot, and I genuinely believe that he is a traitor who has stolen the valor of patriots, and he's fooled us into thinking that he's on our side because like all of these patriot shows and all of these America First shows, they all adore General Vallely, and even like the Epoch. Well, I call it the Epoch Times because when they came out, they used to say the Epoch Times.
Mhm.
Like that's how they pronounced it. Now they say the Epic Times. So I guess I'm gonna have to change it so I don't look a certain way, but. They actually did 2 recent puff pieces on General Vallely, which is to say his publicist was like, we need you to do some good press on him. And I don't know why they would do that now, because one of them was about abortion and how General Vallely opposed abortions in the military. And my thoughts were, you could have picked any general who opposes abortion. So why would you pick one who supports Satanism, who destroyed the Tea Party and made them look like violent right-wing extremists, and who also trained and armed the rebels to take down a sovereign nation in Syria? So why would you choose this man to talk about being against abortions in the army when you could have picked anyone? You could have picked General Flynn for that. You didn't have to use General Vallely, the one who probably got Michael Aquino, the Satanist, off for trafficking and abusing children in California in the 70s.
Presidio.
Yes, sir, you got it.
Yeah.
So anyways, we'll be talking about that soon, because a lot of people, and I'm not trying to do it to knock down people, I'm trying to do it to inform people. And because I don't know if it's just that, and I don't even know if I really care to get into it, but like, is it just people being starstruck with the idea of having someone like a retired 4-star general or whatever he is on their show, and so they don't do their homework into him, and they don't try and find out like what he's possibly involved in? It's very possible he could have turned over a leaf since the Tea Party. Actually, his latest thing was in Syria, during the Obama administration. So he was over there as recent as the Obama administration, training people, training basically terrorists like our enemies. And then, of course, the spin over here in America is that these are the rebels standing up against, Bashar al-Assad or whatever, and he's killing his people, and it's all about democracy and liberty. But it's just them trying to do regime change, just like they've done in every country since the 1950s, if not earlier. And it's because this guy is not Western backed. He's not backed by the West. He's separate banking system from the globalist bankers, and they want his land and they want him gone. And General Vallely was a big part of that. They failed, but he was a big part of that. And everything that we're seeing in Ukraine with the Ukraine-Nazis, like killing the people and raping the children and using them as human shields, they did the same things to the Syrians in Assyria when this was going on. So
tactics never change, man.
You're right. They
never do.
They don't.
The places may change, but the tactics are always going to be the same.
Mm-hmm. So. And that's how you shall know thy enemy. But that's all I got, Speak. It was a fun night tonight.
Sure was, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Dude,
and
I thank you I thank you all the time for participating in this, man. Because honestly, when we do a show like this, it works out well between you and I, because the chemistry's there, man. We know how to have fun with this.
Absolutely. It's so much fun. It goes by in a flash.
It does, man.
But and also to everyone hanging out tonight, thanks for hanging out, guys. And it's been a blast. It's been a blast. And we will see you all on the flip side, as they say. Yeah.
Well, my brother, we'll try to link up on Saturday. We'll try.
Yeah, before you go and get your new wave groove on.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely. I
dare you to dress your daughter up with the 1980s hair wave, right? Like where they get the bangs up in the big old wave.
Oh, we don't have Aquanet hairspray though.
Y'all don't have Aquanet.
No, we don't. But we'll definitely try to get her all dressed up like that for sure, man. We will. But we'll try to link up, man, because I'd really like to see you before we even go to that concert on Saturday. So.
Cool.
Yo, my brother, Mr. C, man. People, you gotta support this guy because he does hard work, and he does this because he's trying to do the right thing, guys. And we need to expand a guy like him because he's doing everything for the right reasons. He actually loves this country. He doesn't say things just to say things. I know the guy. And he means what he says. So
you're making me blush. Speak.
No, if you guys are so concerned about getting news reported properly with no bias, of course
I'm pretty biased.
No, of course there's a bias, but there's the bias is the truth. Like how can
That's true. My bias is the truth. Actually, that's actually very well said.
And honestly, dude, everything you hear is not everything you want to hear, because sometimes he'll even report on shit that you don't want to even hear on, but nonetheless he's giving it to you because the bias is there, the bias is the truth. So I strongly recommend to please support Mr. C. I know this is my show right now, but if you guys really want some good news reporting, you got to support the guy, man. Help him grow. I just
like to say, because in this time that we're living in, with so many different influence operations and different, it's just hard sometimes for people to distinguish, and that's by design. But I am here to inform. I am not here to influence, and that's just the way it is. So,
Well
with
said,
that said,
man.
I think I'm done, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. C. Regards to your family, man.
Likewise, give my regards to the missus, and you guys have a great night, and maybe we'll see you on Saturday.
Yes. God bless you, brother.
Thanks. Likewise. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye, everybody.
And there he goes. And let me bring you guys to the bar real quick so I can get myself out of here. Let me end this here real quick. Cool. And zoom. All right. Let me put it on this. Let me put the ending here with the whiskey pour. Yes, the good old whiskey pour. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves today. I really thank you guys for coming over to the bar, seeing my usual suspects out there. I just saw Pilled by the Rabbit. Thank you so much for coming by, my brother. It was fun listening. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Kiss, I really want to thank you so much for helping the bar out every time I'm here. You could be anywhere else, and I know you're busy with stuff that you have outside of this, but I really appreciate the things that you do for this show. I really do. I really, really do. WC Cranop, what can I say, man? You're my brother from another mother, man. You know that. Subpack Vet, same with you, my friend. Casual Gigi, thank you for being here. Let me see who else is out there. Two Rivers, thank you for being out here. And I know that you have your own channel now. I've noticed that. Let the Rest Begin, thank you for coming. Let me see who else. That's it. My chat doesn't populate any further than that. But nonetheless, each and every one of you that came and supported, thank you so much. For those who gave the gold pills, let me see if I can at least filter that part out so I can thank those people. Subpack Vet, thank you so much. WC Cranop, thank you so much. And Kiss, on top of the help that you give, you also give cookies. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. God bless you. So I just want to kind of leak this out today. I think I'm going to be going on tomorrow, I don't know, maybe mid-afternoon for a little music stream. I don't know. It might be during the midday. Who knows? Maybe 1 o'clock. But I think I'm going to go on live tomorrow afternoonish for a live stream on the Foxhole for, my music mix. I kind of asked permission from God, and I think he's given me the okay. I don't know. I think he has, but I didn't get any bad feeling about it, and I think I got the okay to do it. So I'm going to be on tomorrow afternoonish to give the midday mix session. I don't know what time yet, but just if you follow me on Pilled or any of those social medias, I post my schedule out there all the time. So if you can follow me in any of those social medias, please do so. Please. I know it's been a while it's been over a month since I mixed music here on Foxhole. So yeah. And also on Twitch too. I'll be mixing on Twitch as well. So anyhow, I really want to thank you guys for hanging out again. If an opportunity ever presents itself to pick somebody up, please. And I'm saying this with all sincerity. Please pick them up. These times that we're living in right now, it's only going to get more difficult. And I said this earlier about trusting your neighbor more than the people who are in political power, right? Trust your neighbor, man. And your neighbor's going to come back with you. Your neighbor's going to come back and pick you up too. Because at the end of it all we have is each other. We have to rely on each other more than we have to rely on these fools that are put into office. That's just where my stance is right now. Anyhow, also don't forget to be kind to one another. So with all that being said,
The bar is now closed.
I can't help but wonder if I'm under a spell. It's more than a passing notion. I've never fallen with such devotion. I can't help but wonder if it's only a dream. Am I naive or can I believe that things are really as they seem? Can anyone explain how to understand what's true? I know I just can't tame it. Whenever I'm with you, I can't help but wonder if you wonder about me. 'Cause lately I can't help but wonder how wonderful this might be. Can anyone explain it? How to understand what's true? I know I just can't take it. Whenever I'm with you, but wonder if you wonder about me. 'Cause lately I can't help but wonder how wonderful this might be. 'Cause lately I can't help but wonder how wonderful this might be.